What's up guys, this is Rise and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be showcasing my own battles of a team that I was using yesterday off stream of Registeel, Sableye, Defense Deoxys. It's a very strong meta team that I think if you have access to could be an effective one for you to use. And also some other things in this video. I do have some bonus battles that I did at the end featuring some spice, and so stay tuned for those. And I kind of wanted to talk about, so I reached 3,500 elo again with this team, and I was at like almost 3,600, ran some spice for a few days to like just have some fun on stream. And like my Chandelure team, I had some nice runs with it, but also there were some runs where there was nothing I could really do, and I felt like 300 points. So I got back up to 3,500 with this team, and then I switch it up a little, and I want to kind of talk as we kind of chill in this video and I shoutcast the battles about reading the meta. And there's so many people that complain about getting hard countered, and no matter what I do, I get hard countered. But I've found over time that if I feel like I'm getting hard countered a lot in the lead, I'm able to read what am I seeing a lot of in the lead, and I am able to pick a Pokemon that kind of does well against those. So I was seeing a ton of Alolan Ninetales. I was seeing a ton of Bastiodon. What else? I was seeing Venusaurs. So I'm like, what is something that like can do work against all three of those? And I came away with Registeel. And I noticed I didn't just go like, oh, what beats A9, like Kanto Ninetales or like a fire type. Well, that's going to lose to the Bastiodon I was seeing. So kind of like trying to find a Pokemon as your lead that does well against a lot of the stuff you're seeing over and over again. And of course, it's not going to work every time. But without further ado, let's get into these battles. Starting right now. And Dylap is our first opponent here. He's one of the best GBLers in the world. He's so good. We lead against the Mandibuzz, and then in comes a Shadow Politoed. And we don't really have an obvious answer for this. So what I do here is a little questionable. I stay in, I go for the Focus Blast, and I know that it's 15 turns for a Focus Blast and 16 turns for an Earthquake. So I knew that I was definitely going to be able to get my Focus Blast and get out of there before he potentially got an Earthquake. So that's why I did that. And also, I'm pretty comfortable subbing in my DD because DD's counters are going to add up. It's also very tanky, so it could probably survive 3 Weather Balls, maybe barely. Maybe not. Maybe only 2 Weather Balls. So I'm actually going to start shielding here because I do want switch advantage. I want to keep my Reggie on the Mandibuzz. Sableye is going to struggle against Mandibuzz because it's going to resist that Shadow Claw damage. We do get rid of the Politoed, which is really nice. And our Deoxys is still fairly healthy, so we're going to be able to get to some Rock Slides here. Rock Slides coming in, chunking away. And because it takes 14 turns to get to that Rock Slide and 15 turns to get to Foul Play, that's why we were able to get there first. So we've already put this Mandibuzz down into like almost Focus Blast range. Then in comes Stunfisk. And I was, in that split second, I had to make a decision. Like, do I stay in and Focus Blast and then get out of there? Or do I just switch right away? And I figured I would be able to get off 2 Foul Plays before he gets off 2 moves against me. And I knew Earthquake wouldn't one-shot. And even if my Foul Play here doesn't KO, I'm hoping it does enough where I can at least lock on him down. And I actually stopped tapping very briefly there to avoid my Sableye being farmed down. And this is going to allow my Registeel to lock on down. And then in comes Mandibuzz, and we just go for Focus Blast because Focus Blast is a little bit more raw damage than Flash Cannon. And it should allow us to lock on. Now, pretty crazy that a neutral Focus Blast doesn't even KO Mandibuzz from that range. That's how tanky it is. But a nice game 1 win there. Still rocking the Bidoof hat. I don't know. I've grown fond of it. Okay, bad lead against Medicham, but we do have 2 answers for this. And you might be wondering why I swap in Sableye and not Deoxys. And they're both pretty safe as swaps usually, but I find Sableye is even safer. It's one of the safest swaps unless they have a Charmer. Like, it's usually able to put in a lot of work. So Sableye with an energy head start can actually force switch against Azu, and I really want to try and force switch here. This is a bit of a misplay by me, going for a foul play, because it lives with 1 HP and still has the move. So I should have just gone for the return, because that way I guarantee a shield or switch. But now I go down 2 shields, which is not ideal. In comes a G-Fisk. I tried to catch a Rock Slide there, but I stored up a bunch of energy, which is nice. I stored up a bunch of energy. They Earthquake me, and I think this is a mistake by the opponent. I think the opponent should have stayed in with the Stunfisk and forced me to unload my energy. But now I have all that energy saved up on the Sableye. They actually called the Rock Slide before, which was a pretty nice call by them. Get off a Psycho Boost. And check this out, DD. He's a tanky boy. And I get lucky with a Fast Move Denial. And Deoxys gets off another Psycho Boost and actually forces Medicham to use energy here. So then I actually come in with Reggie. He was able to switch out. And I know there's almost no chance. Like, there's no way he doesn't shield. So that's why I'm going for Flash Cannon. If he no-shielded that, he'd be an absolute madman. And I know I can survive an Earthquake, and this doesn't even put me into Rock Slide range. So I'm going to get off another one here. Another one here. And then I come in, I foul play, but I'm worried he has an Earthquake. Move coming through. What's it going to be? It is an Earthquake. And that's a GG's. Oh man, I totally forgot I lost that game. I thought I won. What could I have done differently? Maybe if I had not gone for that Focus Blast there and just swapped and gotten both foul plays off, I would have had a chance. Who knows? But there we saw, okay, A9 switch into Lickitung and like Registeel, Core Breaker. For a lot of these teams I was seeing, I would notice Registeel would have been a good Core Breaker. So I started leading it and it was getting me a lot of good leads. And obviously not every time, you're not going to win every lead, but we just saw the Medicham lead before this. But yeah, I'm staying in here because my Deoxys with Rock Slide can do all right against the A9. And I don't want to switch into a Lickitung that's like full of energy. So I'm actually going to take this move and then I'm going to switch. I'm going to counter down with my Deoxys. So now I have an energy head start. I'm up a shield. In comes A9, and like that's fine with me because Sableye is going to be avoiding this Charmer. And my Registeel like almost has a move loaded, which I could potentially use in the end game. I'm over farming. I don't want to debuff myself since I'm still switch locked. I'm trying to commit to a full farm down here. He eventually switches into a pure water type, so I assume a Politoed. I get that one off, and I'm going to get off my Psycho Boost because now I'm going to be able to dip out of there into Sableye, so I can clear my debuff. In comes Sableye, and this one is pretty much over. Don't need to shield this. Excuse me. And another move coming through. I shield just in case it was like already an Earthquake. Shadow Claw down, and my opponent surrenders at that point. Just because I think fast moves alone would have been enough. Plus I had like 2 foul plays almost. On to the next one. Reggie versus Umbreon. Pretty good lead, but not super comfortable. In comes Galv, which I don't have I don't have a response for. So what I'm actually going to do here is take the discharge. And then I'm going to go for a Flash Cannon because even though it's resisted, Galv is so squishy, it's not going to appreciate this move. So I get a shield, then I go into Sableye. And he gets to a move here. I'm not going to shield because if I preserve the health from this Sableye, it's just going to lose to the Umbreon anyway. So I don't get too greedy. I throw right here, preserving a little bit of health. And I barely Shadow Claw it down. That foul play actually didn't KO. And I realize I'm not going to get to a return. That Snarl that went through will KO my Sableye, so I just get off some chip damage here. Gonna come in with Registeel. And this is gonna be a little scary, but I'm hoping, I mean, he's already revealed a Galv and an Umbreon, which are two pretty bad matchups for my Deoxys. So I'm hoping that Deoxys will have play against whatever's in back. I get off a move here. I'm hoping they don't shield. They don't, which is huge for me. Then I aggressive swap. And I'm really debating whether I want to use my last shield. I decide not to, because Umbreon's so bulky. But then look, there's a Charmer. Oh man. Charm. Fast move, so oppressive. We are going to get to a Rock Slide here. But A9 is such a beast, and it's very tanky. I don't think that's quite enough. And I don't think I would have gotten to 2 Psycho Boosts either, so. And unfortunately, with all that farm, this A9 has a huge energy lead. And can we get there? No, we can't quite get there. I think even if we had got there just now, the Umbreon was a little bit too healthy. It wouldn't have been locked down. It would have definitely got to a foul play anyway. So great game there. Can't win them all. Reggie versus Nido. So an interesting matchup here. Obviously, you double resist the poison jabs. So there's no really fast move pressure. It's really just the earth power you have to be a little worried of. But earth power does not one-shot you. So you really don't need to shield it. You could argue you want to shield it because people are rarely going to bait here. But the only way to lose this matchup really, in even shields, if you're the Registeel, is to shield a Poison Fang. So that's why I elected not to. I'm over farming. Also, I didn't even notice. You see, we swapped Sableye for Quillfish, Quill God, as I like to say. Poison Sting in a way, and I actually am able to CMP here. Right as they get to their move, and they have so much energy. I really thought this was going to be a bait, but I felt like I couldn't risk it, and they do bait me. And then a nice catch here, but like I would have thrown this at the Scrafty anyway, so not a huge deal. Here comes Deoxys. We suffer a little bit of lag there. I think he got in, yeah, man, that's really brutal. He got in several free counters because I don't think the Scrafty got in any moves, maybe one on the Quillfish, and Scrafty and Deoxys get to Rock Slide at the same time, so for him to get to foul play before I even got to a Psycho Boost, that puts me in a really tough position. He got a lot of extra damage off. I go for a Psycho Boost here. Probably should have Rock Slided. And then Psycho Boost would have done a little bit more damage. But I wanted to preserve energy for the Nido. And then a move's coming here. I was trying to look at the right corner and tap the Aqua Tail. I feel like it didn't even give me a chance to tap the Aqua Tail because I believe I do win CMP there. So just everything not really going my way in this game. We lagged in the Deoxys Scrafty matchup. It didn't give me an opportunity to tap there. At least I don't think so. Maybe I'm just making everything up, but that's how I felt like it was based off what happened. And unfortunately, after debuffing ourselves with Psycho Boost, this was not going to be quite enough. So a really tough game. I feel like if it wasn't for a few of those lags, we might have been able to win, but who knows? Maybe it didn't play an impact at all. On to the next one, though. It's a good lead against the Venu, but once again, Sableye safe swap. So if you do run this type of team, I will let you know that Sableye safe swap is kind of uncomfortable to handle. What I usually try and do is play it out with my lead Pokemon. And also, you noticed I'm running Ice Beam on the Quill God, which is a bit of a surprise move. So I'm already thinking if I can just get shield advantage here, Quill God might be able to surprise the Venu. I get off another Flash Cannon. I'm hoping they don't shield. They don't shield, which is great for me. I come in with Quill. Definitely going to shield this. Quillfish is really glassy. This foul play would probably do like 60%. In comes Venu, and I go straight for the Ice Beam. Either I get a shield or I do a heck of a lot of damage here. He shields. He was afraid of the Sludge Wave. I sneak in a Poison Sting. Quillfish just generates energy so fast. I do have to shield the Frenzy that definitely would have KO'd from there. Neutral. I think I could have overfarmed more right there, but I decided just to play it safe. I had kind of lost track of energy, but I think I definitely could have overfarmed more there. I try to CMP tie the Stunfisk, and for some reason the Stunfisk is electing not to throw energy right away. I guess he's fine taking it. I store the Aqua Tail and I get out of there. And now all I need to do is get this G-Fisk into Aqua Tail range, and I should be okay. So I'm just gonna Psycho Boost this. Sableye. I don't even care. I'm gonna debuff myself because I know he has to get to an Earthquake to take me out. Rock Slide isn't quite enough from this range, and I'm just gonna chip away with Psycho Boost. And I know that my Quillfish in back wins CMP, and this looks to me like it's probably Aqua Tail range. He does a smart play of Rock Sliding and farming down, so he comes out with a move stored. But yeah, I just win CMP here with Quillfish, and we take the dub. Could have also like probably come in with Reggie and he would have blind through, but that's fine. And now we're just deciding why not come in with Magnezone, because I was still seeing a lot of Venusaurs and a lot of A9s. So like, let's try out Shadow Magnezone for a game. And what's Magnezone weak to? It's weak to ground, so I have Tropius in back, and then Sableye just is my kind of generic safe swap. It's also good against fighters, so I have double support for fighters in the back. Yeah, we're just over farming a heck ton. We are gonna throw a wild charge here to do a lot of damage or pressure the last shield. Do a lot of damage. Gonna shield this for sure. And if he stays in, I should be able to spark him down and come out with a lot of energy. And oh my goodness. Shadow Magnezone. Get in the zone. Magnezone. In comes a Venusaur. And I know these are resisted, but Wild Charge still is such a big move. It does a lot more than the Mirror Shot. And now I'm going for the bait because I feel like he kind of has to shield. But he doesn't. He's a madman. I aggressively swap into Tropius and I snipe the Venusaur with an Air Slash. Man. Poor Venusaur. Definitely had a Frenzy Plant loaded and didn't get it off. Or the Sludge. And yeah, this is game. Sableye. Not enough to gonna be able to close that one out. We also had our whole Sableye that we never revealed. Only won 2 games that set, so we fall to 3,500. I think I definitely had a couple winnable games that I lost in this video, but it just shows you that no matter what elo you're at, there's always stuff to learn. There's always gonna be mistakes. You just gotta try and do your best to try and yeah, play as well as you can and try and limit those mistakes. So kind of a chill video. I had a long day. My sleep schedule's been kind of out of whack, so I'm looking to get that going again, trying to stay healthy. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know there's gonna be some comments saying, oh my god, meta Pokemon, I can't believe Rise is using a Sableye. Oh my gosh, unbelievable. Call the cops. But yeah, I mean, use whatever Pokemon you can have success with, right? And it's fun to win. It's fun to have success. I think Sableye is a very versatile Pokemon. Same with Deoxys, and Registeel's fairly versatile too. We didn't see any Alolan Marowak leads, luckily. But yeah, Alolan Marowak would be a really terrible lead for this team. And also Obstagoon is kind of a tough lead because, especially if they boost, if Obstagoon boosts, like, you're in trouble. You probably have to just like aggressive swap into DD if they boost to force it out of there. But yeah, Obstagoon needs to expend 2 shields if it's not running Cross Chops to win that Registeel matchup. But then if it like switches out, like, you're not doing anything with your lock-on damage, so like the Obstagoon is still fully healthy. So then if you come in with DD and they switch into something else, like, it leaves you in a pretty tough position. But Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Check out the short I posted with an insane epic battle that one of you guys submitted. Thank you for that. And yeah, all that said, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.